Hello and welcome to Out and About. I'm Diane Gonzalez. The Lincoln Arts Festival is returning to South Point Pavilion September 22nd and 23rd. The Lincoln Arts Council is bringing more than 100 artists from 17 states to the capital city for the 18th annual event. And joining me with more details are three people. One is an artist, Larry Suiso.
Hello.
Thank you for being here and bringing this beautiful woodworking piece. Deb Weber is the Executive Director of the Lincoln Arts Council, and Michelle Payon Casanova is the new Program Director. I want to start a little bit talking about the art, which is the main attraction. Yes. Deb, tell us what we can expect to see in the wide variety.
Oh, it's a great year for art at the festival. We have, I think, about 12 different disciplines. We have 106 artists, and this year we have expanded considerably, which is very exciting for us. And there is everything you can imagine: jewelry, woodworking, metal, pottery, drawing, about 12 different disciplines. So it'll be a great year for art.
All right, and people can check out the artists, all the artists on the website?
Oh, yes, definitely. Artscene.org. You can go there and you can find all of the artists and information about them, and how to get a hold of them for after the show in case you need to commission a piece.
All right, and as we mentioned, Larry is one of those artists. Larry, how long have you been doing woodworking?
I have been doing woodworking off and on for a long time, but since I've retired, it's become my full-time avocation and hobby and the way I spend my time, and I'm having a great time doing it. So.
Full disclosure, last year I went to Larry's booth, saw a piece I liked, and I waited too long and it was gone.
It was gone.
So Larry, bless his heart,
It was gone.
made one for me. I got to see his shop, and it was pretty amazing.
You got a down and dirty view of how it's made.
It was an amazing place. Well, tell us about this particular piece.
This particular piece I call a Celtic knot. It's a design that I've just started making, and it's become very popular. It's made out of, the dark wood is walnut, black walnut. The light outline is hard maple, and the brown filling part is cherry.
All right, and tell us what this is called.
That is called a juice moat. It's cut into the perimeter, and if you're cutting a juicy ham or a turkey and have a lot of juice flowing around, it catches in there and doesn't go running on your countertop.
But
and
the other side
is
it's just plain.
It's flat, so you can cut on there and go with probably no juice.
Now, how long does it take to create a piece like this?
I've probably got 20 hours in that board.
Wow.
Spread over a period of time, because you will glue it up, you'll sand part of it, and you'll let it set, and then you'll do more. But it's fun.
Yeah.
This board is a very precise board, so if you're off a little bit, you have to start over,
Right.
or else nothing fits.
Well, Michelle, this is your first festival as program director, and as you know, the Lincoln Arts Council staff is pretty small. How do you pull off a big event like this? How many volunteers do you need to make everything work?
First of all, I'm just so happy to be with the Arts Council, and I am somebody who attends the festival. I don't think I've been there 18 years, every year of 18 years, but I'm there a lot. So I'm really excited working on this festival, and not surprised that it takes almost 100 volunteers to pull it off, between setting up and tearing down and working with the artists, making sure that their needs are met, and sitting at the entrance gate, welcoming people to the festival. We have so many committed volunteers right now. We still have a few slots to fill, and you can do that by going to our website at artscene.org, and we have a section that it's very easy to see what slots are left, and you can sign up immediately.
And it's a lot of fun, and you get a shirt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This year we're giving shirts to all the volunteers. So.
All right. Another big aspect of the Arts Festival is the patron program. Deb, I'm going to have you explain a little bit about how that works.
Well, the patron program, we started it because it's a way for people who come to the Arts Festival and spend money to pre-purchase before the festival begins. And it's great then, because the artists know when they roll into town or come across the street that there's going to be art that will be purchased. And so people commit ahead of time to buy the art. We have different levels of patrons, and you can get onto our website, once again, artscene.org, and find how to sign up to be a patron. We have a fun breakfast on Saturday morning. We give away some free art that the artists
A lot of free art.
contribute.
Yes. I'm always
And-
amazed at how
Yes.
generous the artists are.
Oh, our artists are amazing. So it's just a really fun morning. Great way to start a beautiful Saturday fall morning.
Yes, it's going to be perfect weather, no wind,
No rain.
Michelle, tell us a little bit about the entertainment. This is the 6th season that Southeast Community College has sponsored some music and a wide variety.
That's right. We have always had live music, song, and dance. This year we are working with Lincoln Calling. The bands that we have booked have played for Lincoln Calling in the past, and we have a wide variety. Starting with Saturday, we have Edom Soul Music. She's from Omaha, and they play Ghanaian American folk, and that's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then in the afternoon, from 2 to 4, we have a great band from Lincoln called The Algorithms, and they play Americana. And then on Sunday, Let's Talk More Polka. I do believe they appeared last year, and everyone had a great time. Of course, they play just what their name is, Let's Talk More Polka, some Czech music. That's from 11 to 1. And then in the afternoon, we have a young man, Elias Ito, and he plays Kurdish music. So a little bit of everything.
All right, and the partnership with Lincoln Calling is another great part
Great
of this
new.
event. Well, Larry, I want to talk to you a little bit about what the experience is like for the artists.
The experience for the artist is great. I do several shows in the area, and this one is always a lot of fun, notwithstanding weather issues.
Yes.
2 years ago we had rain, and last year we had wind, but I've been assured that we're going to have perfect weather this year. But as far as the artist treatment, it couldn't be better. The coffee, the people that come and booth sit when you need a break, and just always checking in on you. The facilities are nice. Everything is laid out, and couldn't be better. And plus, the crowd is good, very good. They appreciate artwork, so that's fun.
That is
That's
fun.
fun.
That's a lot of fun. Also new this year, we want to mention there is a display of student artwork that's going to be at the Barnes & Noble bookstore, which is right off the festival space. They're also hosting a benefit book fair for the Lincoln Arts Council, so make sure you stop by Barnes & Noble as well when you come to the Arts Festival. And Deb, one of the big fun areas to volunteer especially is the art activities. Tell us what's happening at the Creative Zone.
Well, we have two really fun things happening, and in addition to that, Jim King, who is there every year, doing great music with the kids. And we have a kaleidoscope, the giant kaleidoscope from Arts Outreach. That project is going to be there with the kaleidoscopes. And then Christy Nelson from Make It and Take It will be there doing some fun visual art projects with circles. So very colorful and fun. So great thing for the kids to come do.
And as I mentioned, a great fun place to volunteer as
Oh,
well. You
yes.
get a little messy, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. And food vendors will be there as well?
We have just the 2 food vendors this year. We decided to expand the number of artists so we have to have less food, but South Point has tons of food around, so those restaurants will be ready for people to come.
All right, you can make a whole day of it. And you can start with yoga on Sunday morning. That's something new this year, Michelle.
That's something new and exciting. And again, we're going to have perfect weather, so it will be a perfect Sunday morning to come out and stretch and do yoga. This is going to be provided by Lotus House of Yoga. And we're kind of excited about as staff members too. There will be free spinal screenings and chair massages during the day, Saturday and Sunday. So we're really looking forward to that.
Oh, yes, there's going to be a long line for that. Maybe some of the artists will be able
Yes,
to take
I think
advantage of that as
so.
well.
Definitely.
Now, we do want to mention the details again. The Lincoln Arts Festival is coming up the weekend of September 22nd and 23rd. The hours are 10 to 6 on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday. All of this is at South Point Pavilions. You can check out every artist has a spot there on the website at artscene.org. And you can also keep up on Facebook, LNK Arts Fest, and I understand there's some prizes involved with
Yes.
that.
Mhm.
Also, we want to mention there is a $1 suggested donation. 12 and under are free, but that $1 helps to support the festival with 5,000 to 8,000 participants. That can help you a lot with your expenses.
Absolutely.
But you've also got some very dedicated sponsors.
Oh, we do. And those sponsors are all listed on our website. But we have some sponsors that have been with us forever, such as Duto Chevrolet, Emeritus. Allo is with us this year. Southeast Community College sponsors the entertainment tent. Sutton Ryan, or I guess it's just Sutton Dermatology now. Their name changed. So we have an amazing group of sponsors who are there loving the arts and helping us to bring this to the community.
All right. What are you most looking forward to, Michelle, in your first year?
Well, I am once again impressed that the Arts Festival has been produced for 18 years, but even more impressive, the Arts Council has been around for 50. Maybe perhaps not very many people know that this is our 50th anniversary, but so I'm excited to come on board a very successful nonprofit that's important to the arts community and artists in Lincoln.
Right. And Larry, what would you say to someone who hasn't been to the Arts Festival before?
I would say come out. You'll be surprised at the variety of artists you see, all the way from jewelry to big sculptures, from small to large. And the artists are very friendly. They want to talk to people. There's nothing more fun than having somebody just come and talk to you and ask you questions about your work. So come out and chat us up and have a good time.
All right. And spend your patron dollars. So
Yes.
Spend your patron dollars.
And
yes.
other dollars.
And
too,
other
would be
dollars,
just
yes.
fine.
And leave your umbrella at home.
Yes, thank
we
you.
hope so. Deb, you've been involved with this for a long time. It's a huge task. Why is the Arts Council so willing to take this on every year?
Well, we do this because we love the artists and we love our community as well. But for us to be able to support 106 artists in their work as artists, and then to provide just a great opportunity for people to experience it. We know from the past that there have been people that have come out, and children and adults that have decided, wow, this is really awesome. We're going to do some art ourselves. We believe that the arts are a way for us to connect our community. And so that's why we do this every year.
All right. Again, the Lincoln Arts Festival coming up Saturday, September 22nd and Sunday, September 23rd at South Point Pavilions. Check out all the information at artscene.org. Hoping for a big weather-friendly weekend. Thank you all for being involved and for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Diane.
having us.
All right. When we come back, we'll be talking to Jeff Mull with the Convention and Visitors Bureau. But first, we're going to check out what's happening at some of our great art galleries and museums. Stay with us. Welcome back to Out and About. Jeff Mull joins us now from the Convention and Visitors Bureau, and he brought me a present. It is the latest Lincoln Convention and Visitors Bureau pin. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You'll be handing these out far and wide.
You betcha, and people that bring their events to town. Typically conventions, this is just like a service-related item that we offer it. So at registration, we do banners and all kinds of things, and these are our new pins. I love the color; they write
do
well.
too. All right.
Should be a lot of fun.
We're using it for the first time right now as we
Great.
talk about
Great.
Lincoln Calling, 15th annual Lincoln Calling.
Yeah, so proud of what everything that the folks over at Here Nebraska and Lincoln Calling have done. This is the 15th anniversary of great music, diversity featuring street vendors at the night market, YP Week, Startup Week, Make Lincoln, which is their Makers Fair. There's a lot that goes into Lincoln Calling, but I think we have to remember the roots of this event is all about the music and just using so many great downtown venues. And we're excited to be a part of it this year, and I'm excited to see music moving forward in Lincoln.
That's right. You can check out the lineup at lincolncalling.com. That's a place to go to check out the whole list of events. And we do want to highlight one of those events, and that is Make Lincoln 2018, which is part of here Lincoln Calling. I was going to say Here Nebraska. Making things has become cool again.
It has, and if you think about the world of entrepreneurship and people that are starting business from the ground up, this is all about finding out how things are made, how to get things going, how to partner, and this is pretty much the ground up from starting your own business. And Make Lincoln 2018 will be at Trago Park this year, and it should be a neat event coinciding with Lincoln Calling.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about some other local music. The Capital Jazz Society continues its popular series at Blue Blood Brewing, and this is free every Monday night.
So much going on over at Blue Blood Brewing, the cave, the outdoor stage that they have, and to be able to feature some great Capital Jazz Society music on those nights, Monday nights, is a big deal.
And the teacher at Irving has finished his book about Robbers Cave. I saw it at a local bookstore
I
here.
have about halfway into this book
Oh,
already.
really?
It is amazing.
You going to give us a quick review?
Oh, just
I paged through it and looked at the cool pictures. It looks amazing.
and what's interesting is it goes beyond just what we know about it as, right? This is where Jesse James hung out and all these little stories that you would hear. It's much deeper than that, and there's some great things that are going to stir some memories in the minds of a lot of Lincolnites.
We want to mention, we talked about it last month, but we want to mention Art in the Garden is coming up September 15th. The Noyes Art Center puts on this benefit for the sunken gardens. This is the 6th anniversary, and the theme this year, Sun Salutations.
What is the sun? Because when we're taping this, we haven't seen the sun really regular for about a week, and it's
Yeah, we're
rained.
kind of in that rainy spell.
The
But
timing is perfect for Sun Salutations, the 6th anniversary of Art in the Garden.
that's right. Maybe this event will usher the sun back in and make it feel a little more
Here
welcome.
comes the sun.
We want to mention, of course, every first Friday there's the First Friday Art Walk, but we want to mention the Lincoln Artists Guild in particular because they have moved their location. They are now at Against the Wall Framing and Art Gallery in Havelock, so stop by for their First Friday at their new location. And they're also open Tuesdays through Saturdays. Lots of great local art you can see at that gallery.
Yeah, incredible local art scene, so this is a great new feature for Lincoln.
Okay, and we're going to talk about another benefit now. This is featuring a comedian. It's going to be at the Rococo, and it's a benefit for the Nebraska No-Kill Canine Rescue.
Yeah, the comedian Pete Lee will take to the stage. He's made 3 appearances on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in the past year. He's a comic determined to leave his audience laughing and feeling joyful, but he has a good heart. A lot of his comedy is very, I don't want to call it soft humor, but he's got a good message with it. And the fact that he's doing this fundraiser for Nebraska No-Kill Canine Rescue is a neat deal. Rococo Theater, a great setting for any sort of entertainment.
Absolutely. Well, let's get into theater now, starting with Hello, Dolly at the Lincoln Community Playhouse.
Yeah, this blockbuster Broadway hit will burst onto the stage. It's high-energy dancing and some of the greatest songs in musical theater history. Hello, Dolly at the Lincoln Community Playhouse.
Nebraska Wesleyan Theater season is underway, featuring A Lie of the Mind. This is about 2 families in Montana and California. Sounds pretty deep.
Love and brutality cross each other.
Let's check that out
should
at
be a
Nebraska Wesleyan. And now for Halloween, just in time for Halloween, Tada's bringing back the Evil Dead.
Deadpool meets Scooby-Doo is what they're calling this. I certainly see something as the story of 5 college students go to an abandoned cabin in the woods and pull in a little Scooby-Doo, pull in a little Deadpool, and you've got this production at the Tada Theater.
It involves a chainsaw,
Oh,
so
huh.
that'll
Tree
get,
trimming.
That'll
Tree
get a
trimming.
lot of people in
Yes,
their
that's
seats for
great.
that one. The Lead Center season is underway. We want to talk about the opening performance for the Nebraska Repertory Theater this year. It's an act of God. Can you imagine being an actor and playing God?
It's pretty big.
That's a pretty big role,
shoes.
but
I
this
don't
is a
even know.
comedy, an
This is a
irreverent
comedy.
night of divine comedy.
Yeah, it should be answering some of the deepest questions that have plagued mankind since creation, answered by God.
Himself.
Neat deal.
Or herself.
Or it could be, okay.
Just saying. Okay, the President's own United States Marine Band is taking the stage at the Lead Center. This will be a very fun show.
Founded in 1798, the President's Marine Band has been playing music across the country, across the globe. To have them at the Lead Center coming up in the next month or so, it's just an incredible opportunity. Buy your tickets now for this event.
They do 500 public performances every year.
It's a lot of music.
That is a lot of music, a lot of good music.
Yes.
All right. One of the stars of Hamilton is going to be in Lincoln. One of these days we'll get the full production of Hamilton. For right now, you can enjoy Aaron Burr.
Leslie Odom Jr., whose portrayal of Aaron Burr in the original broadcast cast of Hamilton won him the 2016 Tony Award for the Best Leading Actor. He makes his Nebraska debut at the Lead Center.
Okay, and then one of my favorites, the legendary Johnny Mathis, is coming October 7th. What a voice.
Isn't he Mr. Romance? Well, the Voice of Romance tour. Look at
The
there.
voice, is that what it's called? The
Yes,
Voice of Romance?
The Voice of
Tour?
Romance. This guy could sing nearly 80 albums and ranks in the all-time number 6 album artist in the history of Billboard's pop album charts. And I remember Johnny Mathis in our house. I think it was on the reel-to-reel in the parents' basement. Johnny Mathis and all kinds of great music.
Johnny Mathis on the hi-fi.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
a big deal.
All right. It is October. That means it's time for Oktoberfests. We're going to talk about the big one out at the Events Center. This is coming up Thursday, October 4th.
This is a benefit from the Nebraska State Stroke Association. This event's been going on as long as I can remember. There's a chance to go into a VIP room. VIP tickets are available again this year. First come, first served, limited basis. But if you don't get a chance to be a VIP, still show up. Great fundraiser, great beers brought to you right here in Lincoln.
So we have the Octo Beer Fest at the Events Center, and we have the Piedmont Oktoberfest coming up October 13th at the Piedmont Shops.
Yeah, great. Lots of the great things going on over at Piedmont Shops. They'll have great music, brew, food, games. They'll have music from Less Talk, More Polka, as well as AM/FM, a Stein holding competition, a yodeling competition, and a costume contest.
Whoa.
That sounds like one big contest to me. Show up in costume, make a noise,
And polka.
and hold a Stein,
And a polka.
and drink and polka. Should be a lot of fun.
And they have, the shops at Piedmont are looking really good these days.
It's a great look.
Yes, it is. If dogs are your thing, there's a big weekend, October 5th through the 7th. Going to start with some agility trials at Speedway Village.
You know, we talk a lot about the Lancaster Event Center being a multi-purpose facility, but who knew that Speedway Village, which originally was built as a soccer facility, is doing things like dog trials and obedience trials and just sports at all levels. Should be a lot of fun to take the kids out there and see these dogs really responding to their owners' requests.
And while you're out at Speedway Village, just take the short trip to the Lancaster Event Center. The Cornhusker Kennel Club is having its show the same weekend.
Yeah, it's a 2-day dog show. It's going to be full of energy and action-packed. Dogs are back and ready to show off their skills at the event center.
Okay, we're going to talk about a couple other events out at the Lancaster Event Center. The Modern and Black Powder Gun Show, Hunter's Paradise, coming up in September, end of September.
This sounds like something for the men, but it could be for the women too, right? 300 tables with firearms, ammunition, sporting goods, and hunting information, as well as shooting displays.
And then the City Library book sale is coming up. A lot of people have this on their calendar. They have a preview night where you can get a chance to look at all the books before the big crowds get there. But otherwise, it's free Thursday through Sunday. Go check out some of the great books, and you don't have to return them.
That's a great deal.
Yeah, they won't get overdue. If Harry Potter is your thing, the Children's Museum is a place to be for both kids and adults. And we're going to start with the adult version, an evening at Hogwarts on September 21st.
18 and over event. Come ready for some great Harry Potter action. It's a themed event. They're pulling out all the stops. And I would tell you that the Children's Museum, and talking to their staff, these next two events we're talking about have been two of the most highest requested events to return to and come back to the Children's Museum. And they decided, hey, let's do it for the adults and let's do it for the kids.
And so on September 28th, 1 week later, it's the family version of an evening at Hogwarts.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of the little ones in their favorite Harry Potter outfits, dressed up in costume. They'll have a wand shop. The wands will pick you and listen. Potion class, a lot of great magician type activities going on at this event.
And I want to say I took my granddaughters to the Children's Museum last week. They live in Seattle. Our Children's Museum is even better than Seattle. So.
Did you climb up in the cuckoo clock?
No, I didn't, but the little one kind of got stuck in there, and her sister had to go retrieve her. That was,
It's a pretty neat deal.
I wasn't going in there.
No, you stayed away and said, hey, we need a little help up there.
All right, the Science Cafe is going to focus on the Fox Project coming up in September. I've got this on the calendar because foxes love our backyard, and we actually registered our foxes with the Fox Project.
Yeah, this will actually be at the Happy Raven in downtown Lincoln. UNL School of Natural Resources will be there to educate. You're right, red foxes are everywhere. You see pictures on social media. You see them along major roads in our city. This is a chance to learn about really their life as well as their diet and health and maybe what makes them so, I guess, commonplace in our society.
Now, this year was the biggest year for our backyard ever. We had 4 to 6 kits. One night we had 9 kits
Oh my gosh.
frolicking in the backyard. So I'm really interested to find out about foxes and why they're becoming more prevalent here
They causing
in the
any
city.
problems on the property at
Not
all,
a
or
bit.
just
They're just
entertainment?
a lot of fun to watch.
Good
That's
for
for
you.
sure. And they're beautiful, beautiful
Yeah,
animals.
yeah, they are.
Okay, Cars and Coffee is back at Speedway. This is your chance to drink some coffee and get free admission to the museum.
You know, the one thing I enjoy about this event is not only the destination, everybody out at Speedway Motors, the museum, what they do with parts distribution out there is amazing for our economy. But the one thing that I like about this is they do so many car events out there. And the car people love to tell stories to one another, but when you intermingle people like me that just want to go out and have a cup of coffee and a donut and hear the stories about restoration and where these cars came from and their passion, it's just an amazing thing because these people love to talk about their cars. And this is a great opportunity to go out and enjoy that.
Absolutely. We also want to mention one more opportunity for European Motorcycle Night in the Haymarket. They do this the first Wednesday of April through October, so October 3rd is the last one for the season. It's a lot of fun down there in the Haymarket to see all the great machines.
Yeah, they take over 8th Street, that's for sure.
Fall is here. That means Lincoln Stars in action,
Yeah.
and we've got a couple of matches, bouts, hockey
We'll call it a hockey match,
match.
right?
Okay,
It could
the
be a
one-
bout, either one, I like.
Bout is roller derby, right?
Well, you
Aren't
could be
those
that
bouts?
too.
Okay, we're going to call them hockey matches. Games.
We can
Someone
call
needs
them-
to call us and
Let's
tell
just
us.
call it hockey. There's going to be some great hockey
I'll
at the
ask
Ice
John
Box.
Taylor upstairs. He plays hockey.
I like
is
it.
it a game, a match, about what is it? We'll get this settled for
All
next
right,
month.
love it.
All right, so fall is here, and that means historic farmers market is continuing for a few more weeks. It goes through mid-October.
October 14th, 8 a.m. to noon. So now, between now and then, get a chance to go down on Saturdays. And game day Saturdays and the farmers market seem to work really well together. Our visitors that come in rave about our farmers market and just part of that experience when they come to our city.
The Sunday farmers market continues at College View then until the end of October, October 28th. That's a great new venue. I was there and picked up a few things last week, and it was very fun.
Yep,
very
easy
fun
to get
time.
around.
Yes. And then Fallbrook Farmers Market has a couple of fall events on September 13th and October 11th, and that'll wrap up their season. We also want to mention the Move More Lincoln Wellness Series continues with exercise classes at the Jane Snyder Trail Center. There's some outdoor yoga. There's all kinds of fun stuff that you can get involved in, and it's all free.
Yeah, and just show up. You don't have to pre-register for it. They're just excited to have people out there. Zumba, yoga, and feeling fit should be a lot of fun going on at Antelope Park.
And another great event to get out and enjoy the great outdoors is Streets Alive. 2 miles of streets are closed. There's tons of exhibitors.
Love this.
You can walk, you can bike, you can skate, and this is all centered around Belmont Park up through the Max Roper Park.
Yep.
And then this year is also going to be the ribbon cutting for the new Belmont Outdoor Living and Learning Center. It's the first Streets Alive community project, something that actually stays in the community.
Yeah,
So
this is
it's a lot of fun.
a lot of fun. Music, dance, arts. This is a kid's dream. Why? Because you train your kids to stay the heck out of the street. Don't go out there unless you look both ways. To shut down these streets and just let people be themselves and go out and roam about and build community. Pride is just a big part of this event, and so happy this continues to happen in Lincoln.
And hundreds turn out. It's
Yep,
a lot of
they
fun.
do.
All right. Jeff, tell us where we can find out more about the great events in Lincoln and where we can get one of these snazzy new pens.
You can't get over your pin, and I love it. Lincoln.org is our website. You can stop down and see us. at one of two locations. 1128 Lincoln Mall is our main office, just up the street here from City Hall. And we also have our visitor center down at 7th and P inside the Lincoln Station. And lots of great information down there. We might have a pin or two floating around. Bobblehead Abe is still drawing amazing reviews.
Does
and,
he have on Husker gear?
We should probably put him in Husker
You better
gear.
put some Husker gear on.
How's Mini-Me doing here at the city, the little guy?
Mini-Me has been out a lot.
Yeah.
Looking at the, checking the rain, that kind of thing. Keeps
Yeah.
an eye on pretty much everything.
Does
so
he float?
Maybe we'll have him here next month.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun.
He doesn't float.
I would love to bring our big bobblehead up here, but I don't want to move him.
Well,
He's a staple in our
I'm going to
facility.
say Mini-Me Abe is breakable as well.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So we have to be extra careful with
Yeah,
him.
it's just a lot of fun with the two of them. And we're excited about the upcoming football season. Scott Frost certainly is bringing new visitors to our community. So we hope people get out and about this week and next week and in the months to come.
And catch those seasonal signs the chamber put
Oh,
up.
we're so excited about them.
Those
it
are
was
always
fun
fun.
putting those together and coming up with the ideas.
All right. Well, we mentioned the Move More Lincoln Wellness Series, Streets Alive. Now, if running and walking are your thing, stay tuned during the break. We have a list of some of the great opportunities coming up to get out and get fit here in the capital city. And then when we come back, we'll have all the latest news from Pinnacle Bank Arena and Pinewood Bowl. Stay with us. Welcome back to Out and About. Tom Lorenz joins us now, and we are taping this September 5th. It's Metallica Eve.
That's
you
right.
Might say, and I understand you've had to have some structural engineers in to help get everything ready for that.
We do. It's a really heavy show, and it's really exciting to have this Metallica, to have them to come here as one of the first shows on their indoor arena tour. It'll go on for a long time, but so they're coming in and bringing the show that they do outside inside, and it's in the round. It hangs in the center. So we worked thoroughly with our structural engineer to make sure that we hang everything the right way, and the design of Pinnacle Bank Arena is amazing, and so we can hang very heavy weights from the ceiling, sound, lights, all those type of things. But this one's a little bit different, so we went through and made sure it was done right. But they'll pre-rig today on Wednesday, and we have Metallica on Thursday, and it's virtually sold out. It'll be one heck of a show. That's going to be a big deal to have them here and to kick off their tour.
Long anticipated.
It
we should
is.
say.
It is. That's one of the shows that's been asked most about, and we finally get to do it for everyone.
All right. Later in September, we're going to have a really fun kids event coming up. I found out my granddaughters from Seattle are big fans of the Paw Patrol.
Great. No, we get all kinds of cool emails from parents that are just excited to have Paw Patrol here. It's, it used to be Sesame Street and those kind of things that were the family shows. Now Paw Patrol is really big, lots of fans, 5 great shows. There are still tickets available to all the shows, live action, and it's always fun. Even as a parent, I remember taking my kids, and there's always a level that's kind of cool for you to see this live theater kind of stuff, and then the kids just eat it up. So it's fun to do a great family show for them, and I think the dates are September 22nd through the 23rd, and we really look forward to lots of people coming out.
Okay, then let's go into October already. Odessa's going to start out the month.
Odessa, which is a really cool EDM band. It's it's more on the mellow side. Great music. They perform all over the country to huge crowds. they're here with Jai Wolf and Evan Gia, and it'll be an amazing show. It'll be visually very stimulating. The sound will be outstanding. It's a general admission show, so people can stand on the floor. They'll be up in the seats, and we'll have plenty of room for everybody. But they'll be here for a couple days also to kind of help put the show together, and we're becoming kind of a place for people to rehearse, and that's a great reputation for Lincoln to have.
Very much. I'm just checking now the dates. You have a very busy first week of October because you've got the Overcomer Tour the 4th and then Fall Out Boy on the 5th.
And
Holy
then
cow.
Skinnerd on the 6th.
Wow.
So it goes right in. It'll be a heck of a week, and I think we'll get through it fine. Odessa, again, we'll start it off with a couple days rehearsal. Overcomer Tour, come for an exciting night of dynamic worship and encouragement. We did Dr. Jeremiah a few years ago, and I think about 10,000 people came. Tickets are free, but you need to go to their website and sign up for the tickets, and so it'll be a stimulating, great night. Then we go, like you said, we get a day off, and actually don't. From the
No.
4th, we go right into Fall Out Boy the
That's
next
right.
day. And Fall Out Boy will have Machine Gun Kelly and State Champs as their openers. Fall Out Boy, a great band. We're hearing more and more about it now because we're starting to advance the show, and this will be an incredible show to see. The sound and the visuals, everything will be really great. Fall Out Boy is one of those favorite fans from the 90s and 2000s, coming back out really strong. It's going to be a heck of a show. And then
Right into one of the legends.
right into Leonard Skinnerd, and this is Skinnerd's 50th anniversary tour,
Wow.
and this is their final time out. The guys are going to call it quits after this. They've been out for a long time. The guys that are performing now have been in the band longer than the guys that we lost, in the tragic plane crash years and years ago. So, this is the Skinnerd that everyone knows and loves, and tremendous songwriters, great memories in this stuff. We'll have Jamie Johnson, who is a really great kind of a outlaw country guy who will be coming in, and terrific for the warm-up. I think as many people will come to see Jamie Johnson as they will to see Leonard Skinnerd. It's a heck of a week, and the crew is ready to get through it, but it'll really be an exciting week.
A little later, then you've got another back-to-back sequence of events here with Fleetwood Mac the 12th and Thomas Rhett the 13th.
Two huge bands. Fleetwood Mac, the band that's been around forever. People were worried that Lindsay wasn't going to play with them this time, but Fleetwood Mac has always had changes in their lineup, and so this is kind of normal for them. They brought in a couple really great new guys to play with the band. They'll still play all their favorites. This will be a really huge show, and it's great that it's coming back through Lincoln. And then we roll on October 13th, the next night, into Thomas Rhett, who's going to have Brett Young and Midland open up for him. Thomas Rhett has been here 2 times before. This will be his 3rd time, but his 2 times for opener. He's back as the headliner and bigger than ever. He's earned this spot as the headliner. This show is selling huge. There aren't going to be many tickets left at this point, but reach out, find those, get yourself in there. Great performer, and it's a great lineup. This is, October doesn't get much busier than this, and this is all kind of in prep for basketball, which starts at the end of the month.
That's right. As we get into basketball, the shows get a little fewer, but you're still
Right.
able to get some great
We
shows
are.
in there.
Yep.
21 Pilots, which was at Pinewood Bowl,
Right.
is going to take one of those slots in November.
So, it's always fun to kind of see things build up, and do them. This happened at Pershing a lot. Now it happens at Pinewood. 21 Pilots came out, did an awesome show there, and it was absolutely a sellout. GA, we had about 5,500 at Pinewood Bowl. They're now coming inside, and throughout their tour, it is a whole bunch of major cities and Lincoln. And right now, all the major cities are sold out. Lincoln still has a few tickets left. It'll be sold out by the time we do it. These 2 guys are innovative. They're different. They produce a lot of sound for 2 guys. And the show is visual, so come on in and see them. That's 2 nights before Thanksgiving. And then if you haven't had enough, come back the next night for Breaking Benjamin and Five Finger Death Punch, 2 of the hottest, biggest metal bands out there at this point. We just recently had Breaking Benjamin in here with Avenged Sevenfold. They're back to kind of co-headline this show. I'm not sure which one's going to play first yet. We'll find out when they get a little closer. But, a great night of metal. the sales for this are phenomenal already. It'll be a great night to get your aggressions out before you meet all the family on Thanksgiving the next couple days. So
All right, then we don't have any shows announced for the next few months. I know your staff is hard at work on that.
we
but-
will have some great things that'll start to announce. And last year we didn't really get much during basketball season. This year we've got a few great surprises that kind of fit in between a couple games. So we're really looking forward to that.
All right, but we do want to talk about the new announcement since you were here last month, and that's country superstar Carrie Underwood is coming in June.
Carrie has been here before. She did an awesome show. In fact, she so much liked Pinnacle Bank Arena and the audience there that they did one song twice. They did it live, and then they recorded it and became her video. And it was a huge hit for her. She's coming back. The stage is in the round again. It's a different setup. She's about ready to drop a new album. Carrie Underwood, lots of intrigue about her. She had fallen, had an injury, and people were very interested. She's doing great. She's going to come back and do a terrific show. And to announce it, that was almost 330 days out from the show. It's a little unusual, but we see more and more acts doing this now, getting it out ahead of time. So Carrie's coming back, and that'll be a nice show to see. Is it June 23rd, I think, right?
That's June 23rd.
Yep.
That's it.
All
Tickets
right.
on sale already?
Tickets are on sale, and it's selling great. So come on in, but there's still seats available. It's this far out, and it's so fun to have these kind of things that we can look forward to, and we'll fill up that gap between Five Finger Death Punch and Carrie very soon.
All right, as we move into fall, we're going to talk about this season's Pinewood Bowl for the last time. Darn. But there are still some good shows coming up in September.
There are.
Need to Breathe is on the 10th.
That's right. Need to Breathe. Great, kind of a alt folk Christian act. They've got a couple great warm-ups with Jimmy Swim, and so I mean it'll be a very, very nice show. Right now, as you listen to this, it's the week of rain. We've had 8-9 inches of rain the last few days. We're already talking to the guys at the bowl. This one happens on Monday, September 10th. It looks like the weather's going to moderate. The bowl drains very nicely. The parking areas will be ready. And so if we had to predict right now, we're going to keep that show out at the bowl, but always stay in touch with us. Watch the website, and we'll give you the latest updates on that. But Need to Breathe, a great show. It'll be a very nice night of really excellent musicians.
And speaking of weather delays and cancellations, the Dog Bowl, which we talked about on last month's show,
Right.
which is a fundraiser, that has gotten moved to September as well.
Right. It was supposed to happen on September 2nd, the day after the football game.
The non-football
The
game.
non-football game, the infamous game that 20 years from now we'll all have been at that one.
That's
I
right.
really was though. But
I'm so sorry.
no, with the weather the way it was this weekend, on Friday already we kind of knew it was going to be difficult, and it's more about protecting the bowl and everything else. And people need to have a good time at that. So we moved it to September 16th. All the same things. The vendors will be there. We'll have a band. There'll be food trucks. It'll be a fun, great day to help raise some funds for the dog parks, and we're more than glad to be a part of that.
All right, then Pinewood season winds up September 19th with the legendary Beck.
That's right. The Beck is coming for our 15th show. It was the largest season we've ever had at Pinewood. He's playing with the Voids. Beck just has every critic that anything he does, the critics love it, the fans love it. He's so eclectic. There's so many different styles that he does. He collaborates with different people. To have him here is going to be really a terrific way to finish off a season. And, Diane, I can't tell people enough how great it was that they all came out, saw some tremendous shows, rolled with us a couple times when we had to move it in because of weather. And it's been a lot of fun, and we look forward to next season. We're working on booking shows for next season already. So
All right.
it'll be another great time coming up next year at Pinewood Bowl. But we got a couple great things to finish with.
All right, and again, for more information, people can go to the website, pinewoodbowltheater.com
Correct.
and pinnaclebankarena.com are the websites to check out all the great events coming up. Are you ready for basketball season?
We're ready for basketball season. We got some great players coming back. The women did so well last year getting to NCAAs, and they're going to be strong again. I think this will be an excellent basketball season, and I can't wait to see Coach Amy and Coach Tim get out there and show them all what we have. So
No weather delays with
there's
basketball.
no weather. As long as we got a snowplow, we can get you in. So we're in good shape.
Thank you very much,
All
Tom.
right.
That is all for this month's Out and About show. I want to thank all the guests that we had today. If you missed any of the events, stay tuned. We'll be running a list right after the program. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you out and about.